Hello, welcome to the Ale and Audio podcast, Chat Shit Shed, the part of the show where we get our resident Sheddies on, talk a bit about beer, have a few games, have a bit of a laugh, all that kind of thing. So hello, if you are watching this on YouTube, if you're watching it on YouTube, you found us on there. Hello, you get all the visuals. Hello, if you're listening to it on demand on Mixcloud, maybe with all the music and everything. If you're just listening on Spotify or on Apple or Google or Amazon or any of those, you'll hear all this. But if you went to the Mixcloud version of it, you'll get all the music alongside it as well. And hello, if you are listening to us on our 24/7 streaming radio station, Ale and Radio, where, as well as hearing the show in full, after the show and onwards across the week, you'll get lots of extra uncut bits as well across the days. There we go. So let's bring in our resident Sheddies. Today we've got Andy of the Running in Stoke. He's back. Along with, this time, stepping in for Dave, it's Pablo of the Disco Bar. There we go. How are we doing?
Hello.
Hello. Gazebo.
Gazebo.
There we go.
We don't need them. We don't need them at the minute. There was cracking slabs outside, didn't it?
How many times did Gazebo get? Did you have to say that at Jan's party?
Well, it's just a general greeting now. Don't say hello, just a gazebo.
It's like how.
Yeah.
Everything okay with you both? You all right, Pabs?
Yeah, spot on.
Good stuff. Andy, all good with you?
It's all groovy.
Should we get on to the beers before we drink them all?
Yeah.
So, Andy, you can start.
What are you having?
Well, we having, right. So,
no, the problem is, right, Jan kindly sent me a beer, sent me away from her party with a beer last week, which I drank, and it was very delicious. But subsequently, she did say that they were coming out to date soon-ish. And I said, you've got like 10 days to get these posted. And suddenly, they're cropping up all over the Instatube. They're everywhere. So I know what you two are drinking. But I've got a nice, freshly poured Camden Howells off the Perfect Draft. It's touching 7 degrees on there, but tastes it's nice and refreshing. So that's what I've gone with tonight. Very
nice. Easy drink of that. Do you think it tastes better? I mean, it's got to taste better from Perfect.
Oh, it's a lot smoother than it is. Like if you have it, you get in a can. Sometimes it can be a little bit gassy, but I think sometimes it just depends how it's packed and when it is on the production line. Isn't it? With all lagers, some can be a bit out the can. If you kept fresh from the start, it can be a bit lively, can't they? Some can be a bit flat. Like,
I think I do prefer, between can and bottle, I definitely prefer a lager in a bottle. It just seems to be nice.
It's a shame, really, because I think they've sort of pushed away from that. Because Camden Howells was very just bottles to start with. So I think maybe it's just a cost thing. Cans is a lot cheaper, isn't it? I think it's easily more recyclable than brown bottles, isn't it? So
on that, I'll mention something actually. So in an upcoming episode, I've sent, because I've bumped into you both in recent weeks, but I've sent Andy, yourself, and Dave. I've given you a bottle of the Wednesday Pale because we thought we'd drink that at the start of the season because obviously it's a football themed beer.
But Dave's had 2 away matches, so we can't drink them, can we?
So Dave's not been here for it, right? But on switching from bottle to can, right? Sheffield Wednesday Thornbridge have redesigned the Wednesday Pale Ale, which is what I've given yourself and Dave, and they've redesigned the can, and they've put it into a can now, a 440ml can. So I'm interested to see if that changes the flavour a little bit, with it being a pale ale. I don't know, but
Sorry, just to be boring on the whole sort of bottles versus cans thing. I've worked in the past like heavy distribution side, and you'll get a lot more breakages, a lot more higher cost if you're doing bottles. So you constantly send bottles out to get chucked off couriers, smash the life out of stuff. The amount of time I used to spend designing boxes to make sure stuff didn't break and smash in transit, and then Amazon would just chuck it all over the place. But cans don't really do that.
Gate.
Yeah, you can just basically volley a 4-pack of cans over a fence, smash off 15 windows down a set of steps, ring your doorbell.
What's that come through window? Oh, it's just a pack of Northern Monk's Faith.
Unless it's a can of Carl Nitro, then that does explode in the post in a can.
Yeah. Especially if you make rockets out of it.
Good point. But when I was at the Wednesday ground this weekend, which we'll get on talking about football in a bit, I went to sign in, and I have to sign in this little kitchen area, just near the hospitality area, and I found a stack of these pump clips piled up. I thought they were mats at first, like coasters.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought I'd picked up a couple, thinking I'm going to sneak some of them. I'd ask if I saw the main man around. So I picked it up thinking I'd got a couple, walked away and realised it's a pump clips. I've got a pump clip. There were loads.
Is that the new design of the can then?
That is the new design of the can.
Yeah, it is very nice.
It's nice.
It's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
it reminds us of Drew Millwood. His cans that are in the Co-op and also Morrison's and stuff at the minute.
It's very symmetrical owl there.
I'm going to put it out there that I think Sheffield, because Sheffield Wednesday actually do serve this in the stands as well, so you can get it on draft in the stands.
I'm pretty sure they should name it Wawa in the ground.
So he was the Drew Millwood one.
Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of similarities there, isn't there? There we go.
I mean, obviously not colour and stuff, but just like style.
Yeah,
that's also red on the back.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So for podcast listeners, that's massively exciting for you as we compare our work.
Yeah, we might put that in the thing.
Yeah, take a look at this.
But I want to say, I think because Sheffield Wednesday have a Thornbridge beer on tap in the stands, not just in the hospitality areas, in the stands, I put us out there as being, we're not good at everything apart from this weekend, but we might have we might have one of the best. I think we should
just got there's loads of football fans that listen to this.
Yeah.
What is the best beer at your football club? We've actually just, I said it to Dave on Friday, they've actually just introduced Brooklyn Lager on tap in our club. So everything else is absolutely awful. Like I said to him, you ask every football fan, it buys a pint in that ground, they go, what's that you've got? Oh, it's maybe Carly, maybe whatever. Does it taste all right? No, it tastes shit. You drink it and they go get another one. That's what you've got to change, but that's never going to change. So
this is a good topic. We'll put that out there. In fact, I know we've got Alex Stevens Beer who's going to do some sort of football feature for Alien Radio. That could be something he might look at for us as well.
Best beer available in a football ground.
There we go. I'm putting it out there.
It can't be a pub outside.
It's got to be inside in the kiosk areas, in the foyer areas, whatever you call them.
Yeah, whatever it is. Yeah. Concourse.
That's the one. Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, we got distracted.
We did a little bit. So me and Pablo, we are both, aren't we, on Pablo? Yours only just arrived on time today, didn't it? Just got there in time. Yeah. But our squash court's sent to us by Jan, and I think it's the first time I've had it. It's
quite an easy drinking 8% beer for a Monday night, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, I love squash court, mate. I love it. I had it last year, again, courtesy of Jan, and then had it again this year. She told us before I went, I've got you all a squash court, and then forgot to give us it because she was having too much fun. And mine's been the joys of living in an apartment on a 4th floor. My postman has been booting mine about the back of a van for like 3 or 4 days, repeatedly trying to deliver it. I think he was hoping that he might be able to keep it if I didn't answer the 3rd time. And it just magically arrived today.
Yeah, get him on the disco next time, and then he'll never fail to deliver your parcel again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good, isn't it? I like it.
Mid disco, they'd be like, ding dong. Oh, there's somebody at the door. Who could that be? It's the beer delivery guy.
Yeah, with Emu holding it.
It is a once a year thing, this, isn't it? It's like an annual brewed thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Squash court.
Yeah. And it doesn't get anywhere near as much coverage as some of the other sort of release beers. One off a year, and I think it's up there with the best of them. I think Squash Court's an amazing brew.
It's very good.
All of them,
I think Little Monsters as general kind of go a little bit under the radar, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
I've drank beers quite close to sell-by date before as well, and you can tell that they're sort of starting to not go off, but the kind of something's not.
I think that's a placebo effect. I think because you know it's going out of date.
Maybe, but I have had it before, like where I've had either just out of it, and you can tell. I mean, this is a dipper, so it's gonna hold a little bit more into it, a bit more for longer,
It's
maybe.
gonna have a bit of whack until
Yeah,
it goes out of date.
But this doesn't. This tastes as fresh as to me. So yeah, brilliant.
That's lovely.
There we go. So that's the beers done. So what we're going to do next then is I'm going to move on to this because. Oh no! Before we move on to that, what did anyone get up to anything special in particular at the weekend that you want to tell us about?
Well, football's back, wasn't it? So
yes,
we've had a good start against. We've had a good start against the team that's fit for promotion. So I'll take that because they'll kick on because you can tell they're going to be good. You had a blinding result against the cursed Wayne Rooney. Who, I think he should just give up management now and just start selling hot dogs or something. Do we fail at that? Bless him. He's won everything as a player, but everything else, no.
Do we think that Wayne Rooney had anything to do with the names of the players' print shirts that were printed?
Yeah, I mean they cocked up even pulling the right names of players on the back of the shirt. One missed an E out of 4, sure wanted us. Added an
extra E.
Four, as in 4, sure.
Yeah.
And the other one was Sissoko, and they missed the C off the start of his name, so he's Isoko on his shirt.
I think Rooney's got to have been involved in that somehow, hasn't he?
Sure, it was. He'd probably doing flaming sambucas in shop, something
probably
before they did shirts, before they came out.
But
probably listened to Pablo's disco on the Friday night before, just like getting carried away making shirts in the shop, and that was it.
He's more likely to be chatting up the old woman who was stitching it.
There is that. So for once,
what it was because like all the kits go out, don't they, and all the fans turn up for all the kits. They want everything. They were like, right, we need to do the player shirts now. And he's like, we run out of fucking C's. I can't believe it.
John Box took them all.
Yeah. There's only so many cunts you can fit on the back of a football shirt, isn't there?
Yeah. Well, you can find Wayne Rooney on Instagram and ask him.
Or on Grind, I suppose.
Yeah, Bone Grinder.
But yeah, we are both happy
football. You were the happiest owl in Sheffield, weren't you?
Yes, very happy. Both happy. I don't want to get too excited, we're top of the league at the minute. After one game.
Stop the season now.
Just do that. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, realistic goal, though. Our football club, if we can get into the top of the table, say top 10, I'd end the season now. That's the goal, I think. Considering where we've been, down like bobbing around in that bottom half. Top 10, I'll take it. That's where we want to be.
Well, that's it. I mean, if we get, from the last few 47 games or whatever, however many games it is, 20, 40 something games, whatever. We only more or less. Is it more or less? Less something, I don't know. But we only need like 47 more points, and we should be safe.
Yeah.
So that's my aim.
I came out the football ground. I don't know if you did, but I turned to a guy next to me. And I just goes, I will take 22 more of them. Please.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Just win all your home games. Sod away, that'll do. That's enough.
Did you get, other than the football, did anyone get up to anything else this weekend, or did we have quite
Then we had an impromptu barbecue till we sat outside say barbecue. I did some fajitas mix with some friends came round, so we sat outside till like 1 o'clock in the morning because obviously the weather's been beautiful, hasn't it? Time got carried away. We've got fire pits going. Looked at me watch. I'm like, I've got to be up in 5 hours and playing golf in the morning. We better bugger off home. So sent them packing, played golf, nearly won, and then came home and tidied up everything outside, including mowing the lawn in what I can only describe as a sauna.
Of course, though, you're forgetting one thing. Friday night beak
beers. I was going to talk about that afterwards.
All right, fair enough.
We'll go about. I need to talk about that afterwards anyway. So I'll let Pablo tell us what he's been up to.
Go on then, Pabs.
Yeah, so Friday night, I watched these two cranks on Instagram. I didn't actually get any big beers. I didn't manage to go and get some. I intended to go and pop and get some. I didn't, so I was just drinking what was in the fridge. And then my plans for Saturday were a bit scuppered because my car broke again. So I'm sick of the backside to pay for my car now. Just still me in. It's at the point where I'm that far in, I can't get rid of it. Everybody's like, well, just get rid of it. But I've pretty much bought 2 minis. So I have a full new mini now. And it's back in again. I won't get it back till at least Friday, I don't think so. I think the Trip the Jam box killed it off.
Well, yeah, that's it. Oh, well, it'll be fighting fit again soon.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'll have your bank account.
Just out of curiosity, what minis have you got?
Well, I've only got one, but I paid for 2. So since February, I think I'm about $6.5 grand in fixing it. I've got a Mini Cooper SD.
SD. Standard definition. That's probably why you've fixed it. Yeah.
Since February, it's had a full new engine, full new turbo, full new everything.
Do they do an HD version or a 4K version?
It can fuck off.
I went in it before the repairs they needed doing it last year, didn't I? I've actually been in the famous Mini.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. You went in a car that was fine, and then afterwards it needed loads of repairs.
It's a good 9 months after, I think, maybe more.
It's only buildings that he burns down. Yeah. Jimbo was the only participant in Pablo Disco Car.
Yes.
Not at all ripping off Pablo karaoke.
Pablo Roki. Yeah.
That was it, yeah. So tell us about the Beak evening then, because that went down all right, didn't it?
Yeah, they did go down all right, didn't they? There were mystery boxes, so me and Dave got a box. Well, I sent Dave a late belated birthday present of a T-shirt and a glass to go with his beers, because I knew he hadn't got proper glassware, so that's a tick. And I thought he'd send him a T-shirt because you got to have a T-shirt. But the mystery box of beers is 6 mystery beers, which turned out to be 3 mystery beers because we had 3 that were the same. So it was just luck of the draw. I think Kev at the Gloryhole, he joined in, he bought one of those boxes, and I think his first 2 were totally different. He'd got the one that you'd had before, Flickers, Jimbo, the one with the, what's it on? I think he'd got a Pilsner as his first beer. So, yeah, I did message him and say, are they completely random? They said, yeah. So that's what we went with. But yeah, they were very, very good. We had a bit of an after show afterwards, which me and Dave drank. We drank 5 of the 6 on the stream, and then we had the 6th one after anyway. So we were a bit worse for wear, but they were very, very, very good. I mean, my box ended up with 2 dippers in it. Dave only had 1 in his, so you can tell what happened there. But off the back of it, I did say, while we were chatting, do you know what? Me and Dave have both hit over the last few months, and we've obviously do the chats and stuff like that we'd hit like 4,000 followers each. So I said, I'll do one of the mystery boxes as a giveaway. So that's running now, obviously, as of Friday, as this comes out. Sunday, as the video comes out on YouTube, will be closed. And then soon after, I'll do a draw. So I will, we're going to send a box of beers out. Dave says he's going to chuck in a T-shirt. So, there's plenty of people that have gone in it already. So if you've entered, good luck. And you can hopefully enjoy some decent beers.
If you're listening, get entering. It was. I mean, did you both have the Flickers? Because I think both me and Kevin.
No, I did. We both didn't. We both had Sup.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
Suds, whatever that was called, the upside down pint glass on the label. Yeah. That was very nice. I had that. I had that one last. No, I had that one. We both had it last because he had 8% because I made him jump one, and then he went back to have what was the other beer? Can't remember what he had, which was a different one.
Yeah.
But I had the Garage Collab one. That's a Balta beer. I mean, I had actually got a can of that already, so I've got a second one of that to sample. So luckily,
I know Kev had the Flickers, and he said
that was brilliant.
It's potentially one of his beers of the year, and I kind of that's the second time I've had it because I went back to buy it for your line.
Well,
and survived the drop.
As soon as you both said this is a Balta and it wasn't in the box, I was like, I feel like I might just go and find where it is anyway, because I know the thing is the bottle shops near me don't have it.
Yeah.
So you're quite lucky that your bottle shop stocks it. So, I'll find it somewhere along the line.
There we go. Will it be one that's on Fuss Club? Do they stock Beak?
I think they sold out on there because they did it when they released the Upside Down series, the 3 different beers. But I think you can still get it direct from Beak at the minute. But when I do an order for Botsy, I'll put myself on him. But
very good.
But yeah, so somebody will win 6 mystery beers and a T-shirt at some point. So yeah, thanks for whoever listens to us and whoever even if catching up or doesn't listen to us at all but follows us. Thanks very much.
And I think for an extra entry, you need to listen, don't you?
Yeah, you've got to watch the video for an extra entry. Yeah, it was difficult to how do I try and make this a bit unique without everybody just being able to just copy and paste everybody else's. So yeah, came up with something. I think people just commented on just saying it anyway. So you don't know, do you?
Yep. Well,
hopefully people watch it and find it entertaining. That's the whole reason we do it. So
it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Right, it's time now for Pablo to have a go at doing this for us. It's Wish You Were Beer. Apparently, and I was listening to, I can't get Ale and Radio in my car at the minute, by the way. This is why I'm saying this, because I broke a wire on holiday that requires me to get Ale and Radio in the old car that we've got, which is my tip run car. Call it the tip run car, not the family car. I can't get
it. Is it a Mini SD?
No, it's a Ford Fusion, and it's always full of shite.
A Ford Fusion? Jesus Christ!
Mini
tip that.
Mini Gareth Southgate and loads of England flags are in there at the minute, right? And the England flags are still in there from the Euros. I was driving around with Ada in the car the other day, and she's waving an England flag out the window. And obviously I'm thinking, I got home and I thought, oh, it's not Euros anymore. Ada's been waving an England flag out the window, and there's been all these riots. People must have thought we're on my way to a far-right protest or something.
Especially in a Ford Robinson.
But, yeah, so I can't get it on. So I did catch on Radio 2, I heard Vernon Kay saying he'd presented Wish You Were Beer before. So can we think of a name? Wish You Were Here, not Wish You Were Beer. Wish You Were Here. What's a name for Vernon Kay? What could we go with?
Vernon Dre.
Vernon Drip Tray. Something like that, anyway.
Well, if Pablo's doing it, I was thinking of something like Ariel, but if you've got to go with Vernon Drip Tray, it's fine.
Brilliant.
That'll be Vermin. No, maybe not.
Vermin Drip Tray. Lovely.
So, yeah, Pab, this is a bit different, this one, because it's not necessarily craft beer related, is it?
No, so I might get shunned for this. I know, obviously, we've already done Liverpool before, because Andy did Liverpool. But in order to sort of break up the journey and make a bit more of a weekend of it, obviously I stopped off at Leicester on the way down to Portsmouth, and then on the way back, we thought we'd try Liverpool. And to be fair, we didn't really get any time at all.
Can I just stop? Can I just stop you? You thought on the way back to Newcastle, you'd just call past Liverpool.
Yeah.
I'm not amazing at geography, but I can see Andy's
trying
to work it out.
Like to one side. But it's a halfway point, really. It's a halfway point.
What it is, Pablo's one of these guys who can't wind his watch backwards, so he has to go clockwise everywhere he goes. So he got to go like that to get back up to north. So
yeah, it's a lookout, isn't it?
Guessing that did the car good as well.
Yeah, completely destroyed my clutch pedal and master cylinder. But anywho, so we thought we'd go to Liverpool, myself, Michelle, and I said because it's sort of craft beer, let's do something different on the way back rather than sort of go around the craft bars, look for camis and all that sort of stuff. We didn't really have a lot of time. We didn't turn up there till not far off tea time. By the time we sort of check in, and then the next day we sort of left midday to come back for getting back for Ruby type thing. So anyway, I've been following something on Instagram for about a year and a half, which is a little bit sort of different. And I said to Michelle, if it happens to be somewhere close to where we're staying and we've got time to go, then we'll do it. If it's massively out the way, then we won't. We'll just pick somewhere else. Turns out it was 2 streets away from the hotel. So it was meant to be. There's the sign. So I went to X directory. I know Steph's been before because she messages and told us that she'd been on a hen do. So Steph will already know about this, Jimbo. But X directory is a basement cocktail bar, but it's kind of my sort of thing. I love a little bit of different. I love the fact that sort of people have like hidden bars in rooms and things like that behind bookcases. I know a couple of our Sheddies have sort of random hidden rooms and things like that. Oh, hello, Michelle.
Is that the only bath you've had this year?
yeah, you shared it. There's a funny story about that actually, which I'll get to.
You got the tap end.
Why are you drinking out of my bathtub?
That joke was cracked. Yeah. So yeah, I've got a funny story about that bath when I get to it. So X Directory, sort of the fun of it is, if you Google X Directory, the cocktail bar in Liverpool, it will come up and say the numbers X Directory. You've got to find it, and then it'll tell you that you've got to find the street and you've got to find the location. So it's almost like sort of a little treasure hunt type Annika Rice thing to try and find the bar in the first place. Wow. And then you go up a side street, and to be fair, it looks a bit scruffy. There was like nothing there, and you think, where am I? I'm in the middle of nowhere here. It's just sort of back entrances to offices and bars and things. And then there's a red phone box on the corner. And basically what you do is you've got to go in the phone box, pick up the phone. There's a little phone book in there and little bits of sort of stickers. And it looks really real. And you wouldn't have a clue if you just walk past it. You wouldn't have a clue it was a bar. And then you pick the phone up, and then somebody answers from inside. And you say who you are, your table booked, and your name. And then the back of the phone box opens, sort of James Bond style, and then you walk down the staircase and into a little underground cocktail bar. There's a little scooty wap 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 shooty wap wap jazz singer in the corner, and neon lights and stuff. And yeah, it's cool. It's pretty cool.
There's two others of them I know about in the country. There's loads.
Yeah, there's one in London in Covent Garden at the back of a restaurant. Yeah, you go through the toilet to
get to the back door. And there's one in Manchester, which is the back of a laundrette, and you pick the phone up and go, "I've got some dirty laundry," and they say, "How dirty is it?" And you go, "Filthy," and they'll let you through the door.
Yeah, I've seen both of them on Instagram. They're both on the list.
Yeah, I definitely recommend probably the Covent Garden one. That is a proper what they call speakeasy, isn't it? Like that sort of vibe.
Yeah,
that looks amazing. Sam showed me that, and she was like, "Next time we're in London, we are going to this place." So
yeah, it looks like they do amazing food in there as well. I can't remember what it's called. I was only looking at that the other night.
I just call it the Covent Garden Bog. The bog. Toilet.
Lost in translation.
We cog. So initially we sort of started off with a cocktail each. I got a Go Nuts cocktail, which was cognac, amaretto, Nutella, salted caramel, milk. Normally I would sort of avoid that sort of thing because I would think it's going to be really sickly.
Sorry, just rewind that back. What was in it?
Cognac, amaretto, Nutella, salted caramel, milk, chocolate, and something else. Frangelico, whatever that is.
Goodness me.
So that was 12 quid. It was nice. It wasn't like sickly or anything. It was really nice. And to be fair, if somebody told us it didn't have alcohol in, I'd probably believe them because I couldn't really taste it over the cream and the chocolate milk. But it was served in a milk bottle with squirty cream on top. And then Michelle got the X Directory XD phone home cocktail, which was gin, Chambord, citrus, pineapple, apple, grenadine, and then had little flying saucers on the top, little flying saucer sweets. That was served in a red ceramic phone box. That was quite cool. But then the reason I went is initially I found them because I saw somebody drinking out of a pretty big bath with smoke pouring over the top, sort of sharing cocktails. I said, look, that's the reason why we came. It's 50 quid. But let's get the sharing cocktail. I mean, I spent 50 quid on 4 beers in a tap room on the way to Jan's. So 50 quid on a cocktail. And to be fair, you got absolutely loads in this bath. I would say it's about a third full, that bath. So you get a full bottle of Prosecco. You get vanilla vodka, violet, apple, and then lemonade. But it literally took the barman about 15 minutes to make this bath. And they put in little LED lights. They put in smoke. And then, obviously, in the form of dry ice, and then you get 2 little ducks. So under the smoke, it's 2 little yellow ducks, and you get to keep them little rubber ducks and take them home. There they are. There's little ducks.
Brilliant.
Yeah, but the funny thing is about this, right? So there was some family next to us were there. Some old woman got up and was like, "Oh, that looks really nice." And then you're like, yeah, it is. Yeah, thanks. 5 minutes later, like Sheila from the garden party, still there. Like, please leave. Like trying to have a couple's night. Please go. And her friends are going, "Come on, you're a space invader." But then 2 girls next to us were also on a night out. And they said, "Oh, what's that bath thing? 50 quid. You're having a laugh, aren't you? I'm not paying 50 quid for a cocktail, but let me show them how much was in it." So then we sort of convinced them to go and order one. And then she came back and said, "Yeah, I'm not burning a hole in the back of your head staring at you, but can you hurry up and finish that? Because they've only got 1 bath. The other 2's been smashed." So we were like really self-consciously sucking the life out of this bath, like salt burn, draining the bottom of the bath. I was like, there you go. They're not even going to wash it.
You can pull the plug out and put it back in again.
I did say before we left, I went, "Oh, I hope you have a really good night. Good night. Hope there's no pubes in the plug hole," and then left.
Oh. What a way to leave. Well, that sounds like a brilliant place. Do go check out Pablo's post on that, obviously on his Instagram page, but also on Alien Radio across the week. We've got a kind of shortened version, a bit of a review that Pablo sent us, so you'll be able to see that from. Oh no, it's all right. We got. I think we got more detail and. Well, I don't know if you mentioned the salt burn thing in the exactly. There we go. But obviously for the YouTube viewers, we did actually put some sort of the videos and the pictures up on the screen as well. So there we go. Thanks for that, Pablo. Cool. It looks like you had a really good time and definitely somewhere worth visiting. You know, it's not always about craft beer, is it? You know, we're people about like having good times, and there's people who like cocktails and wine, spirits. It's not just all about the beer and stuff. So if you are in Liverpool, obviously we had that Wish You Were Beer few months ago, I think it was, about Liverpool and the craft beer places. Yeah, somewhere else. Especially if you're going out with, with the missus who might like a cocktail. Definitely sounds like a place to go. So there we go. Excellent.
There is one extra thing just to chuck in while I remember. This has just come back to us now, and he was going to find this really funny. So we went across the road from the hotel, there's sort of like a string of bars. I can't remember what the street is. There's a really good live music place, and there's a bar before it. And I said to Michelle, "You pick where we go." So we went into one bar, and there was only one craft beer on tap. So I had that, and they served it in a Carling glass.
Oh, what a treat. No.
And I was absolutely fuming, and Michelle was trying to get a photograph of us holding the Carling glass, and I just wouldn't allow it to happen.
What was it? Was it neck oil? That tends to be there if you've only got one.
No, it was Camden, I think.
Oh.
And then the next bar, the only drink I had in the next bar was Brewdog, and I was fuming in that as well. I hate giving that man money. Absolutely raging. So yeah. Anyway,
right. That's all right. Here we go on to the quiz. The Big Pub Shed Pub Quiz with your host Jimbo, your contestants Andy of the Dunning and Stoken, Pablo of the Disco Bar in Hartlepool. So, not too many questions this week, but we've got an interesting game. We've got like a bit of a family fortune style game for you coming up.
Talking of games,
yep.
Did anybody get Jan's box?
Nobody has got Jan's box yet. Somebody has got, when we get round to it, somebody has got Sheddie Mercury, though. A few people got Sheddie Mercury. They have. It wasn't that hard. We'll get to that.
I know Jan's box.
You know what Jan's box is. Go on then, Pablo. You can tell us because we haven't got a Jan's box today.
I know, but I only know because Jan told us.
Oh, would you have guessed it?
No, I didn't. No, I was doing my head in.
It was almost. I think it's because it became too obvious near the end, didn't it? That's why it was too hard to get. It kind
No,
of
it
threw us
didn't.
off the scent. I thought it did.
It became bigger and bigger.
Well, after we said the landlord, it
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it was kind of close enough, wasn't it? But not at the same time, it wasn't the right answer. So that
Yeah.
kind of threw me after that. We got as close as pets, didn't we? And dogs and stuff
I
like
got
that.
hung up on what it was made of, and I couldn't get my head
Yeah.
past it. If I'd have said flesh, I'd have
Flesh
probably
and
got it.
bones. So, for all those wondering what Jan's box was last week, it was pub Sheddies. Pub Sheddies. The people in there themselves. So yeah,
I feel like I've been in Jan's box more than anybody, and I've never seen pub Sheddies in it.
We did say anything can be in there, but anyway, there we go. That's what it was last week. That was a bit of a difficult one to get in a sense. But anyway, not as many questions this week, but we've got an interesting little game that follows on from a question we've got. So
Cool.
Here we go. Here's your first question, though. This is it's a buzz-in question.
Oh, got me buzz it.
Oh, look at that. At the ready. There we go. So here we go. We'll put it up. I'm hoping you've both maybe seen this. I decided not to give any multiple choice because I think you should be able to get it. Here we go. So, what is the latest crazy sour from Vault City? Andy.
Some sort of stupid breakfast cereal thing. I can't think what it's bloody called though.
I'll give you it. It's correct.
Doesn't it come with a spoon does it come with a spoon that changes colour like a plastic spoon?
Like the old Nesquiks. I remember them. Yeah. So it's cereal spooner. Is a breakfast cereal kind of sour that Vault City have done.
Spoon.
So yeah,
It'd be ace if we could package and send it you a couple of cans in a cereal box.
And it comes with a little Power Ranger or a little plastic Power Ranger.
It comes with a reflector you can put on your bike.
Yeah. Did they sell them things that made your bike sound like a motorbike as well?
Yeah. No, they're called
brake clips.
No, them like what were the pops in where you had to pop the straw in the top? The little plastic cup. Drinks, like bubble gum and stuff. Yeah. We used to use them, turn them, scrunch them, stick them between your brake and your
back. Bottom corner off.
Yeah.
You know, kids are still doing that.
Either bite the bottom corner or pierce the top with your teeth.
Yeah, and then squeeze it.
Yeah.
Kids are still doing that today, you know. I was in walking aid or taking aid out. I'm in park. She were on a scooter, and I saw kids driving past us with like bottles shoved down the back of the, in the tires.
I'm pretty sure they don't make those little they used to come in 6, didn't you? Used to have to crack them off like a yogurt tray.
Yeah.
Like they were just like really crap juice pop, but I think they basically stopped selling them because the straw sometimes didn't go through the lid.
It never did.
Stab you in the arm or stuff. You've got like one sharp end on it, hasn't it? And once you blunted it, it was no good. So
I don't think
you used to bite the bottom corner off to get.
It was always gummed with the amount of air that was in it.
They were like bubble gum, orange. What were the other flavors? They were awful, weren't they? Really, because they were just syrup. I think they got banned because of Jamie Oliver's school dinners, didn't they?
Roller cola.
Yeah, roller cola. They got like some sort of lemon-based one, didn't they? They were awful.
I don't think I've never met anybody who's actually managed to pierce the lid with a straw. It's like that could be a Caskmaster thing, to be fair. Like,
the speed of a puma.
All your contestants will be like, "Oh, not this again!" No,
I can't remember what they
just got over that.
They had a funny name, didn't they? I can't remember what they were called.
Yeah, that's it. Right, so it's 1-0 to Andy. Next question is this one. It's multiple choice this time. So, the UK's first what has opened this week? It's either a zero alcohol nightclub, a beer spa, or an all-you-can-eat crisps buffet bar. One of those things has opened, the first in the UK this week.
I love the sound of an all-you-can-eat crisp buffet bar.
Great, isn't it?
I've seen beer spas before, but I don't know. Have we got one in the UK already? I know they have them in I want to say Prague or Austria, where you can have like literally like a beer bath, can't you?
Definitely a European thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah,
Zero alcohol place. No, I'm going to scratch that off. I don't know what you think, Pablo.
Nah. Is there even any nightclubs left?
They're kind of a bit.
Turns out
smaller,
Sam went to a baby shower on Sunday. Turns out we've got a secret nightclub that nobody knew about. There's a place called the Pop Bank, which is now the Quarter, but there's like F14, which is a nightclub underneath. And how she described it, it sounds like it's like Pablo's disco time, but in a venue underneath this thing. It's like
there's one in Sheffield like that I had no idea about even until the night when I was speaking a different language after having too many drinks.
Klingon.
That night I went in one, and like I said, I've got a fuzzy memory.
On the
yeah.
Is that what it is? You start like clinging on the lampposts and walls and other people. You start speaking Klingon because you're too wrecked.
It's called clingy.
But yeah, there are some interesting places like that. But yeah, what we're going for here?
Oh, I think beer.
Like a lot more people are drinking it, aren't they? It's very popular. Zero
definitely is,
now.
yeah.
Amongst the kids. I'm going to stick with crisps because I just think that's a great idea. So
yeah, beer spa.
Beer spa. Okay, so beer spa for Pablo. Or you can eat crisps buffet bar for Andy. One of those things, or maybe the zero alcohol nightclub is it's opened in the UK for the first time. The first one of them's opened. So is anyone correct? Somebody's correct. So it's definitely not the zero alcohol nightclub. You're both right to get rid of that one.
Robbins.
The correct answer is, well done, Pablo.
Ooh.
It is the UK's first beer spa. I want to say it's in the Norfolk area, I think. Yeah.
Norfolk away.
Yeah.
Is that Delia Smith?
But yeah, they do have like beer taps next to the bathtubs and stuff in there and that kind of thing. But it is a thing that's been we've mentioned it on the show in the past. Actually, they've had them in Europe and stuff. But it's the first one in the UK and it's open.
The first time I ever saw it was I think it was on a TV show. I think when there's a pub near me called the Plume of Feathers. Neil Morrissey he owns and runs that pub, but he's never really there. But before he owned that, there was a place up north that him and his mates went on this beer expedition, didn't they? Like learning about beer and things like that. And I think I saw him and his mate in one of those beer bathtubs, basically just like drinking beer out of a tankard while you're sitting in it. And I'm like, I don't really fancy that. Do you know what I mean? Like, what if the other person lets one rip and lets a few more extra bubbles into it? You know what I mean? You don't know, do you?
No, good point. But Pablo, you was correct. Now the crisp thing. I've always said if I ever had the chance to run a really small little buffet, a little buffet, a little craft beer shop.
Don't let Aaron Spoony you say their name.
Yeah,
if I ever got the chance to run a little craft beer bar, tiny, I'd only want a small place. But what I'd do is I'd offer unlimited crisps, and I'd have specials boards on and stuff like that. I'd go all out on the crisps, and that's how I'd get people in, going full out crisps.
What would you name this place?
I don't know, because I thought we could do like a hybrid where they come in and they've got, this part of an experience, like, Ale and Radio or something like that.
Oh.
Pack it in.
That's what I think. Yeah. Anyway, it's an idea.
I would have called it something like that, Pablo.
Or Phil Ball Baggins.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Very good. Right. Next question. What is this? Oh, it's an estimation.
No,
question.
I'd have called it the empty bag.
Estimation time.
Football related ball bag.
That's only when sports is on.
Welcome to the ball bag. Come again.
Yeah.
I think we've cracked open more beer, haven't we?
Speciality is the salty crisps in the ball bag. Pablo's drinking what was considered one of the best supermarket beers ever.
Yeah, Ultra Phase,
Yeah.
very nice. True, it's not True Enough, is it? It's North Brewco.
North Brew, yeah, gifted by Bowler's Bar. I'm a little adventure.
Oh
What
yeah,
about
very good. So you got to Bowlers.
Yeah,
You've
Dora the Explorer.
got to do some catching up though, Pabs. I'm on about 18 at the minute. I counted him up. I'm on 18 pub sheds.
He'd forgot he'd been to 2 when I was talking to him. He's like, "Oh, I've been to 15 bars," and I said, "Well, have you been to this one?" "Oh yeah, shit, I have been to that one."
So I've just cracked open because you were mentioning it. I've still got loads of these from Euros left over, and you know what? They're very when it's very hot in your shed. These are just spot on. Brooklyn Brewery.
That with Dave, weren't we, the other day? Like,
yeah,
it's just some beers you have in. Good.
Really good. All right then. Estimation time. So, according to research commissioned by holiday company On the Beach, what percentage of Brits have a pre-travel beer, such as an airport beer?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Can you have over 100%?
Yeah. Judging by the amount of selfies on Facebook, I'm going on holiday. Here's me tickets.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's like 4 a.m. one, isn't it, that gets you? It's like regimented airport Guinness. And it's like, oh, God, not at 4 a.m.
This must be the highest percentage of any guesstimation we've ever done.
It's got to be.
Who's going with first one?
Mind you, I reckon there's a lot of those hipsters out there. There's hipsters out there that are like, we'll have a coffee instead.
Make a frappuccino latte.
Yeah.
If it helps, if it helps with your answer,
save the alpacas.
And it probably won't help with your answer because you probably won't count me in your considerations. But I'm not that keen on it, and I'll tell you why. I'm not keen on an airport pint. I'll tell you why.
Because you take your own beer on holiday with you. That's why.
That's in the luggage hold. But the reason why is, one, I hate on a plane. I like to sit down and get on with it and get there. Not because I'm scared of flying. I'm fine with flying, but I hate getting up and down. I hate other people. I hate people getting in my way. People getting up. People getting down. Having to stand up, sit down. I like to cause as less hassle to everybody else on the plane as possible and sit there quietly and get to my destination. You know, you're only on a 2, 3 out, 4 hour flight maximum going within Europe.
You realise you get there the same speed as everybody else.
I know, but I just think I don't like to. But excuse me out the way. Sorry, I'm going to get on a plane. I'm not going to mess about going to the toilet. I'm going to sit still, put something on my iPad, watch a bit of a program or film, whatever, and so I don't have an airport pint because I hate getting up and going to the toilet and messing about. And once I go, I have to go multiple times.
Oh, I love having a pee on a plane.
No.
I love having it. Doesn't matter if I've had a beer or not. I love having a pee on a plane. It's that turbulence moment where you rest your head. You rest your head against the wall like that. Because you've always got that cockpit up there. Like, you rest your head like that and you're like, I've got to concentrate here.
This is why my shelf in my downstairs toilet.
I've got to get it in the bowl. I've got to get it in the bowl. But also, I've not got to touch the flush in case it gets sucked off.
Jesus Christ.
I'll tell you a story for free. Put your money away. My mate an old mate of mine worked at Airbus in the systems that used to sort the old number 1s and 2s out. And the way they tested the system, it's pressurized. That's why you get that. So it's pressurized system. So the way they tested it is they've got a sponge in the shape of a poo. No word of a lie. The sponge in the shape of a poo, and they put it in the top with some water in, and they press the button and it goes off. It goes. Now, if you don't know anything about planes, it doesn't get like some have this myth about railways where it just dumps it out on the track. That's not true.
No.
Planes don't do the same. They don't just dump it out into the fucking sky. What happens is it ends up in a box at the end of the plane. Now, They tested this in a warehouse, this little sponge poo with a bit of water in.
You listen to the Alien Audio podcast.
Yeah,
sponge
off
poo.
it went.
Sponge
Off
poo.
Off it went, and he heard a massive bang. Somebody hadn't closed the hatch on the box at the other end. The poo had gone straight through the pipe, and made a 4-foot hole in the side of the workshop.
A sponge poo made a 4-foot
Sponge poo
hole.
made a 4-foot hole in the side of the workshop.
You don't get this on any other podcast.
You don't get this on. Yeah, tell you what. That you made sure it's locked. Or make sure you're not close enough when you press flush. It'll suck your insides out.
I've also just realised why my shelf is always falling off the wall after I've had a gathering here.
Sponge poo.
Because no, not the sponge poo. Because Andy's just admitted that he likes to rest his head on something while he's having a wee. So,
so
all my mates who come round, and I have to put a sign on this shelf saying, please do not touch the shelf, because it's one of those, what's supposed to be a floating shelf. And I always told Steph it was a bad idea, and it is a bad idea because it's not floating, it's hanging off. But anyway, every time I have to fix that blooming shelf because people like you put your head on it.
That's the quote of the day in the podcast, put your head against the wall so you don't get sucked off.
Correct.
Sponge poos and the lot.
And if you're lucky, you can have a go at flying the plane.
So, I don't know if that's helped you get an answer to this question or not, the sponge poo, but
it's going to be high, isn't it? I mean, everybody's seen that queue for the toilet on planes. As soon as the seatbelt light goes off,
yeah,
there's like 12 people at either end, and they've only just added number 1 and 2 before they've left. So, this is your captain speaking. Please remain seated.
And for a bonus point, if you can guess the miles per hour of the sponge poo.
It must have been travelling at 80 knots. I don't think they got it back.
The rate of bot.
Yeah.
I want to say... You're going to say...
You go, Pablo, go.
You're going to get some Karens as well, aren't you? Just like, oh, you shouldn't have a beer and travel. And it was...
It messes with your aura.
I on a stag do, you kind of have to, because if you don't, you get into trouble. So you have to.
If it was on a flight to Benidorm, I'd say 100% of people have had a pint in the airport before they've flown.
It's also people with kids and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I'm flying with Ruby not next Saturday, Saturday after, and I probably won't have a pint because I'm with Ruby. I want to make sure, like she's safe, she gets on the plane, she knows what she's doing. And obviously, I'm not going to get rid of a pint, but like, still, I'd feel if I had a pint and something happened, I feel guilty about having a pint.
Yeah,
you got some lengths because your car's broke down, Pablo.
I know, yeah. I'll get the flight to work.
Go on the G6, you know.
On the G6. Yeah, I want to say 82%.
82% have a pre-travel beer, like an airport pint. It could mean, on a train or anything like that.
I was going to say 80%, so I'll stick with that.
Oh, 80 against 82%. Yeah. Right. Okay. Who's nearest?
Done.
It's
81%.
Andy.
Liars.
76%, according to this research. Okay.
How did the research start?
They're all off the tits. Anybody over 55 who goes on holiday is like, this could be the last flight I can physically and medically go on, so I'm going to get absolutely tated.
Where's the drink? Keys in the ball.
Yeah.
So 76% apparently have a pre-travel pint before they go away, and it's become apparently loads of people say it's British tradition. It was actually, we had some of that on Ale and Radio.
24% have cocktails,
and we featured it in Ale and Radio. Actually, some of this research and in the Brews Round news last week. But okay, stay tuned because next we're going to have more questions. We're going to have a game based on that. So hang fire. We're on his way. Okay. So this is your next question. It's the top beer tasting moments according to research to On the Beach. So On the Beach, the travel company, as I said, the last question, they did the research that said 76% of people like a pre-travel beer. So they also did other research as part of that to work out, what other things people enjoy doing when it comes to having beer and stuff like that and linking to holidays. So according to research by On the Beach, what are the top 10 beer tasting moments? So we've got 10 here. It's a bit like Family Fortunes. You've got to try and work together to get the top 10.
By the pool.
by the pool. Okay, so that kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Bearing in mind that it was done by on the beach. So I'm guessing they assumed that might have been one of the top answers, and you are absolutely correct. Oops, well that didn't work, did it? Oh no, don't look at the screen. Don't look at the screen.
Slideshow's
No.
gone blacked out. No.
Can you see it now? Is it back?
No.
Can you not see it?
No.
Oh, I'll come back 1 second. I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Oh, right. At least I didn't give away. I thought I'd give away answers. That'd have been worse.
Imagine that all 10 appeared. Hey!
Yeah.
I could see all 10. I thought I'd given it away. That'd have ruined that game. Right.
No.
Present. Okay, hold on.
My memory's that bad. I wouldn't remember anything.
So what are you drinking this week?
Right. We'll try again. So, yes. So what
By
are these
the
top 10
pool.
moments?
Oh, this is
by
a
the
bad
pool.
bill.
Well done. Correct.
That's
number one. That's number one. So, according to this research, by the pool is the top beer tasting moment for the people who did this research. So, when you're on holiday by the pool or by the beach, that is the moment to really enjoy your beer tasting or your whatever it is you're having, your holiday beer sort of thing. But don't forget, this isn't just about holidays. It's just about this is about moments in general when people really enjoy having a beer. So, Pablo, do you want to choose one? Do you want to go for one next?
Top 10 beats. What? It's not holiday related.
It's not all holiday related, no. But some of them could be holiday related. We've had one there, obviously. A beer on holiday, pool or beach.
If it's not holiday related, I would imagine things like finishing work and having a wedding. So finishing work.
Finishing work. Let's have a look. Well done. Post-work beer. Correct.
Airpool.
That's at number...
Well,
that's... Yes, a post-work beer is at number 5. Andy's saying what?
Airport.
Airport
Like
beer.
we just said.
Correct. Yes, is number 2. Pablo?
Wedding.
Wedding beer. Let's take a look. Yes, correct. Number 6.
Christening. Wetting the baby's
Yeah,
head.
that's what I was going to say here.
Oh, christening. Wetting the baby's head. I'm not going to give it. It's not on there. No, it's not on there.
These days, it'll be a gender reveal.
I'm going to reveal you're not going to the pub and having a pint with your friends. You're going to stay here and we're going to blow up balloons.
See, if you say wedding beer, does that include like stag do's and stuff?
Not necessarily.
Stag do.
Stag do.
That's at number 10. Well done. Stag or endo's.
Funeral.
Funeral is not on there, unfortunately. Depends how much you like the person, I suppose, or not like the person.
From the north. Funeral.
What's that, sorry?
Some people from the north say funeral.
Funeral.
Yeah, I don't know where the R comes from.
Yeah. I suppose you raise a glass to people at funerals, don't you? But then it's not the most, you know.
You're going to brag about
you don't look forward to it, but it's a celebration.
Exactly, yeah.
Rest in peace. Birthday?
What was that, sorry?
Birthday?
Birthday. It's not on there, surprisingly.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Giveaway.
Surprising.
They don't all have to be occasions, don't forget. A lot of these are occasion stuff, obviously going on the airport beer. Post-work beer is a bit...
Just for the crack.
Just for the crack.
What if you're Irish?
Summer beer garden.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You've both kind of covered it with that last couple of comments. So, yeah, pub beer, I'll give you.
Well, Jesus Christ. What's going to be number 9? House beer.
There's no house beer on there, no.
Oh, shed beer.
No
Garden
shed beer.
party.
Garden party is not on there.
Oh.
You might have to be quite general sometimes. When else do people like drinking? I can give you a clue.
Sporting events.
Weekends.
Yes, Andy got it. Well done. Football beer. Which is Funny enough, a lot of people think that's why the writing stopped, don't they? Football came back. But anyway,
Rugby beer.
rugby beer. No, we're not
Oh.
going to. Well,
New Year's Eve.
Oh, there's one.
New Year's Eve is not on there.
Yeah.
Christmas.
Christmas is not on there.
Oh.
Watching
still
Father Ted.
We're still looking.
How did that gobshite get on the Alien Audio podcast?
Drink. Pigs in.
We're still looking for number 4, number 7, number 9, and number. Oh, yeah, that's it. So 4, 7, and 9. We're looking
Beer
for.
Festival.
Beer festival. No.
Oh, music festival. Music festival.
Music festival.
Should you say festival?
No. No.
Eh?
Andy, you might have done one of these this weekend. Last weekend.
Barbecue.
There we go. Barbecue beers. Number 4 is very general. Just very general day of the week sort of thing.
What? Every day. Friday.
It's not Friday.
Saturday.
It's Saturday beer. Yeah, correct. I'd have said Friday's more of a thing, but
Yeah.
that's when you look for. I suppose that's the same as after work beer, isn't it? Post work beer sort
With
of
a
thing.
meal.
Yeah, I can give you it. Can you be more accurate?
With lunch, with tea, with
What
dinner.
kind of lunch? What kind of lunch?
Bottomless brunch.
No. What's other big lunch? Other big lunch of the week.
Big lunch of the week. What?
Sunday dinner.
What's the big day for having a big
Sunday dinner.
Sunday dinner.
Sunday dinner? Well done. Well, that were a laugh.
Right, I can tell you now. When I have a Sunday dinner, I don't have a beer.
Yeah,
That's a rosy dinner.
I don't have. If we have a Sunday dinner, I don't have a beer because what the chances are is the beer fills you up before the Sunday dinner does, and I'm going for Sunday dinner because I'm having a Sunday dinner. So
yeah. No, I don't want any. I never drink alcohol really when I'm having a meal because the beer spoils the taste of the food.
I know, but we a lager with a curry.
Oh yeah, that's an exception. Yeah,
and it's like if you go to a really fancy restaurant, you have to have wine, don't you? It's like it's just like an unwritten rule.
Yeah, but how much it costs?
Yeah, it doesn't matter how much it costs. So just bring us a bottle. Bring us one of them bottles. Are you sure? Yeah, we did that. So all them years ago, Stoke finally got to an FA Cup final, and we sat in. I managed to get Club Wembley tickets for my dad in the semi-final. He says, if you can get them tickets again, we're going in that champagne bar for lunch before the football starts. And we sat down, and I said, I managed to get the tickets, went to the final. My dad's like, go smart, we're sitting in here. We sat down, and I was like, what we having? He said, I don't care what we're having, we're here. We literally went, that. The wine menu come, that. And he was like, come, sat down, sitting there. There's people got to it. We're like, oh my God, look at that over there. We should have had that. We're looking at the menu then afterwards and going, yeah, that's like $3.5 that. We shouldn't have had that. Like, our bill come through the two of us was like nearly 400 quid.
Oh.
But he turned to me and said, if my dad, like my granddad, if had said to me all them years ago, if he said, I'll see Stoke in the FA Cup final one day and I'll be eating prawn sandwiches and drinking champagne, he said he would have punched me in the face.
Where do you think you are, lad? Old Trafford?
Where the fuck you are? Which means prawn sandwich brigade.
I'm a Yorkshireman. A TGI Fridays is a posh restaurant to me. So anyway.
Oh, lad.
So it's time. We haven't done this for a few weeks because we've run out of ideas, but I did get an idea. So it's time for what's that pub shed sound? We are.
Spencer, was it?
No, it's one of mine. This one. We are desperately low on pub shed sounds because we've just done everything. We've done everything. But I did think of one. Now, this is a pub shed sound that you may or may not have in your pub shed or use in your pub shed. I think most sheddies and people who have little garden gatherings or do things in the garden, pretty sure Jan would have used one of these at a garden party the other week, would have got one of these that makes this particular sound as you are starting or about to use it. So that's a bit of a clue before I play it. So here is your pub shed sound. and I'll play it one more time. And I'm going to leave it there for our listeners to guess. You can write in the Mixcloud chat. You can send me messages. Have a guess what it is. I do know what this is because it's my pub shed sound. Let me know what you reckon that noise is. There we go. What you reckon it is?
Are you blowing something up?
No.
Sounds like a roll blind.
Yeah.
I don't have a blind in here.
I know that's the thing. I was thinking your pub shed, you don't have one, but that's what it sounds like.
Look, there's definitely some sort of rolling.
Oh, he's got that. He's got his shed extension lean-to with his thing on it. That he rolls like a thing down.
I have to manually roll. That though.
Oh.
That's just me going like that. So no, it's not that. It's a good guess. It is. There is some sort of rolling or
Keep rolling.
winding. Yeah.
It definitely sounds like material roll.
Yeah. No.
So
I'm lost.
You're passing.
Yeah, I'm passing.
It's gonna die.
It's quite a tough one. For those listening to the Uncut stuff, or watching, sorry, this will just be the watching Uncut stuff. It's a bit similar to one of Spenno's that he's done in the past, if that helps a little bit.
Well, the Henry Uber.
Oh, hold on. Are you winding an extension cable?
Oh, well done.
Yes, good one.
Well done, Pabs. Spot on. That's it. Well done. Excellent. So those who listened to or watched Uncut, they'd have seen the answer now. But yeah, there we go. So let's move on to this. There might be something Uncut that comes up in this actually, but anyway, I've got this now. Here we go.
I got a pub shed in my garden and a bottle shop in my town. I love the craft and perfect draft and a 2-for-1 discount. So when it comes to beer, I need a deal that keep the prices at a steal. So I'm calling up Martin Brewis.
Now, I think we're in a bit of a we're in the weird place again as we record this because it's not quite bank holiday, but we're approaching bank holiday.
We're at that point where the parents need a break from the kids. We're getting to that point. Luckily, or unfortunately, we don't have kids, but there's a lot of parents out there that are like, hang on a minute, we're nearing 3 weeks in here. I've run out of shit to do. I can only go to the petting zoo how many times before they start fleecing me. I can only go to the ice cream farm before the kids are bouncing off the walls. A mate of mine went to a pub on Saturday. Next door to the pub was somebody that had a bouncing castle. He thought, bosh, I had the bouncing castle for the Sunday, so he didn't have to deal with his hangover. So the kids just bounced up and down on the bouncing castle all day. He says, the best 70 quid I've ever spent getting that bouncing castle in. So there's a trick. But yeah, I think we're at that lulling point now where the offers will come because of bank holidays in a week's time. But this one before is just usually not a lot going on.
We're slightly early. There's not much out there, but it's a good opportunity to tell people that we've now got our own page on Ale and Radio for beer, home bar offers and discounts. So now anything that we're talking about, we can put on the website really easily. But the other thing that's even better about it is if there are breweries out there, or if you yourself spot a deal, you can actually go to this webpage, which is in the beer and home bar offers and discount section of aleandradio.co.uk. You can type in the details, put the link into the brewery's website, whatever, and submit the deal yourself. We'll review it, press approve, and it'll go on our website. And there's already some on there. So there's the Wookiee Brewing co-deal, which we mentioned, I think, last week, didn't we? They've got some, I know Dave sent us this, but there was a deal on Wookiee Brewing Co.'s beers. I think like you can get 12 of their beers or something for like £21.25 or something. There's a salt deal on there, and there's also the Thornbridge deal on that we mentioned last week as well. So we're hoping that more breweries will actually come and put their stuff on here so that people can find the discounts a lot easier as well. So go check that out if you can. The other thing, and the only other thing I've really spotted, there is something else I'm going to talk about in a bit, but the only other thing I've spotted is this from Pinter. Their Pinter machines are down to 99 quid at the minute, which is quite a low price when they tend to fluctuate and go up and down and so on. £99 quite low, and I think it comes with a glass as well and 20 pints free, it says, with free delivery. So there's a bit of an offer on the Pinter at the minute. So if you're interested in doing a bit of easy home brewing, go check that out. And if you want to know a bit more about it, I know Dave's done a couple of Pinter, he's had a couple of goes at Auntie, so he'll be able to tell you a bit about if you get in touch with Dave. So there we go. Before we move on, is there any more Martin Brewis deals?
Nope, I've not seen anything.
No.
I think Perfect Draft Kegs are carrying on doing their chipping out offers now and again, so just keep an eye out for them if you've got those guys. But we aren't even at the point where supermarkets refresh at the minute, are we? Because
no,
kind of mid-month, so.
And of course, we'll keep you updated on. Oh, there was one that somebody sent me. I think it might have been Abitronic. Where is it? Let's have a look. See if I can find it. I'll edit this. So Abby. Oh, people send me things in lots of different places.
Pardon?
Instagram, WhatsApp.
Okay.
I'm going through them all. Right, I'll find it. 1 second. Right. This is one for Dave as well. Oh, I do know one. While I'm talking about this, I do know another one. Polly's Brewco. They do it every bank holiday. They put their bank holiday bundle together, don't they? So that's just come out. I've just got an email about that, or I've seen a few things online about it. I think they're doing like their. It's like £84, I think it is, for like 20 beers and a glass, which works out okay. I mean, do a little bit of checking up, because I know that Sainsbury's have got a lot of like Polly's beers in as well, so you don't want to be, spending too much if you can get it a bit cheaper elsewhere. But go and have a look at that. I know Polly's are doing it. So this is the one. I believe in Lidl. This is one for Dave. You can get 10, a case of 10. Guinness Draft Stout, 440ml cans for £11.99. So just short of 12 quid for 10 Guinness Draft cans, 440ml. So there we go. That's another one. Yeah, there we go. Now, this isn't Martin Brewis. This will probably be uncut. But I want to tell you, I went to Cleethorpes last weekend for a day. Nearest seaside to us, easy to get to, And one of the things you got to do in Tet Little, and you can go in arcade for a bit. We'll, go on a ride or one at games or something like that. So I went in there, and I was looking. I remembered that one. I remember apart from the 2p machines, which they've kind of gone down. I mean, 2p's not worth nothing.
2p machines now.
Exactly, yeah. Like apart from them, I remember the one thing I used to love in arcades. Do you remember them horse racing games that used to put? I think it were like 10p's, and you could bet on which one would win, and like you might win. I think it was 10p's. Rather,
it was a gateway drug, that game. Drug.
Yeah. Place your bets now, please.
It was called the Grand National.
Yeah.
It wasn't the one. It wasn't the one where because now I went in there to look for one of them, and all they've got now is a similar sort of thing, but they've kind of got bandits attached to them, so you've got to do all that. And I don't understand bandits. Never have. I'm glad I don't. But anyway, it's got that attached to them, so it's not the same thing. And there also used to be those horse racing games where you had to chuck balls into holes, and then they'd go along, and the person in the arcade would be what I mean? Exactly. No, I'm talking here about the 10p machine. I used to like that one. That was good. It was 10p. Bet on one of the horses. I was thinking, they don't do that anymore. They haven't got one of them. I haven't seen one of them for years. And I was only thinking that, which is even scary. Only thinking it. I've not said it out loud. I've not researched it on my phone. And then
sent an email. Nope.
Something came up on my phone when I was scrolling Instagram or Facebook that I thought, you know what? This is a great Pub Shed game. Are you ready? I'm going to put a little video up on screen for you. It's a mini version of that you could potentially have in your Pub Shed. But look at this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, yeah, I saw this the other day. Yeah, I saw this.
Have that in your Pub Shed. That'd be a great laugh. That's what you want, isn't it? So it's a little version. It's like a plastic sort of thing. And And apparently it's completely random. It's different every time. You sort of wind it up, and then you can, if you've got people around for your pub shed, you can have little race nights with this little. I mean, I'm sure there's things on the telly that you can use that work just as well. Find something on the streaming stick or YouTube or something. But this is it's a more like proper thing that you can have on the bar top or whatever. It's brilliant. I'll put it up one more time. Look at that.
Yeah,
It's
I thought it was funny in that.
Yeah. I think it's about 20 quid as well, which is probably a lot for actually what it is, but it's quite cool. I think you'd have quite a bit of fun with that. So yeah. I think it looks like it's from a place. The only place I've seen it, keeps seeing the same one comes up. It's Jackie's. I think it's like Jackie's Toys or something like that. But yeah, there we go. So worth checking out. Front a little pub shed game. There we go. So moving on from that, then
Called the Race Master.
Race Master by Jackie's. That's it. Yeah.
The Race Master.
Is it about 20 quid?
It's Martin Brewis. It's £29.90 reduced for a summer sale to £19.90.
There you go.
Off.
There you go.
Yeah. It's on Temu for $6.99.
Is it? Well, there we go.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I'm gonna get myself one of them though. I think I'd quite
Racing Union.
I saw it's on there.
There we go. So anyway, you ready, Pablo? Hold on a minute. I'm not ready.
Wet his whistle.
Here we go.
Hello everyone, I'm the Compare Without Compare, and here at the Ale and Audio Pub Shed tonight, I'd like to introduce our turn, Sheddie Mercury.
Now, I'm going to play last week's because not many people got. A couple did, including Abitronic. I know Abitronic did, and I think there was a couple more people as well.
How not?
I know it was easy. Abitronic definitely got it right, and I'm sure there was another one or two people. Maybe
I got it straight away.
Of course you did, yeah. So, Andy, have another listen to last week's and see if a week off has given you it helps a little bit. Here we go. And do you want me to do the movements again for it as well? Because Pablo, you didn't get to see this.
Yes, I didn't know there was a dance. I can't remember this bit.
It's from a film, you see.
Right.
So what confused us the most.
It's in a film soundtrack.
It was Jimbo.
Film.
Music through the ocean of dance.
It's like just dance.
I'm not doing it again, but there you go. You still can't get it, Andy.
Is that some sort of mannequin?
You're right. It's some sort of mannequin, yeah.
Right.
I've never watched it, but I know it's from the film Mannequin. That song.
Yeah, when she comes alive in the shopping thing.
Yeah. So it is. What is it, Pablo?
Nothing's going to stop us now.
Hey! Starship, isn't it? Is that right?
Starship, yeah.
There we go. You know what it is now, though, don't you, Andy?
Yeah.
Not much to say about that.
Nope.
I got it straight away. I thought it was an easy one, that one.
I think this week's is easy as well, but never mind.
Abitronic said it was easy, though. She thought it was easy. So,
yeah.
Anyway. Right, okay. Pablo. Sorry. Sheddie Mercury is just stepping into costume. Go on, then. Let's have the next one.
When you want me happy, when you treat it, do it, hearing it up in me, and do it,
I've got no idea this time. Andy, we'll have to do it again. Have a second time.
Again.
It's so difficult not to make this really obvious.
Let's have it again.
Hear me, hear the beer. Who won you? Do when the beer me, hit the me, be.
I think I'm going to pass on this one. I ain't got a clue.
No idea. No idea.
No, I hadn't. There was a little bit in the middle. I thought I could
No
recognise.
idea.
No. Well, maybe, I found
Maybe
it last
next
week's
time.
easy. This one wasn't. Yeah, there we go. So, listeners, please do feel free to write in the Mixcloud chat or send us a message. Send Pablo a message because I don't know this time. So, send Pablo a message and, tell him what you think it is. There we go. That was Sheddie Mercury. Thank you very much, Sheddie Mercury. Okay.
Yes.
When it's Friday night and you're feeling in the mood, you've greased it up and you've applied the lube. So stick it in and pull it out. If you get a splinter, it'll probably make you shout. So I'm gonna look right through the glory hole. I'm gonna look right through the glory hole.
Hey, it's Kev here from the Gloryhole Garden Club in Telford. Welcome to Through the Glory Hole.
Through the glory hole. There we go. Hiya, Kev. So Kev's here. He's peeking through his dirty glory hole, and you've got to work out what he can see. Okay. So what are you laughing at, Pablo? Anyway, let's have clue number 1. We're ready? Here we go.
This week, you're going to need to guess the brewery. Starting in 2018, this brewery only do craft beers. They don't do any cask beers at all.
So it's very, very, not a very generous clue, that one. Started in 2018. They only do craft beers, no cask beer at all. Fair few breweries that do that now, especially the sort of newer ones. But there we go. So your next, I'm assuming you want your next clue before you make a guess.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Unless Pablo knows.
I do know a brewery pretty well. That's that in 2018. But I feel like I'll get griefed for saying it.
It isn't who I think it is it?
Yeah.
Do they not do cask either?
No. The fact that you said it isn't who I think it is, that means you know the answer, so it's not them.
I'm not trying not to give anything away.
I'm not going to embarrass myself by saying it.
All right. Clue number 2 then.
Their location is South Wales.
No, it's definitely not.
So you thought it could have been
What?
What doing?
South Wales.
South Wales.
South Wales.
We know Tiny Rebel of South Wales, but
They do.
Who's that? Who's that
beer
brewery
that starts
that
from
Kev's drinking in the middle
Cap.
of the robots?
what's that? Sorry.
Who's that brewery that Kev's drinking quite a bit at the minute with the dark labels and the robots? He had these Saturday 4 with that robot head. I forgot what it is.
Would you like your last clue?
Yeah.
Here we go. Last clue.
Their top 3 beers on Untapped are Flamingo Lingo, Basil Crush, and Easy Lover. The most recent beer I've had from them was Singing Common People at the Karaoke.
And I did notice this beer because it had Jarvis Cocker on it, or a cartoon of Jarvis Cocker on it.
No.
In all honesty, before Kev had drank these, I'd not heard of this brewery. So,
see the one with the robot. I was thinking of Dark Element.
Yeah, he's had them a few times.
Yeah, I was thinking of that, but it's not that.
No.
No. Are we passing this time?
Yeah, we do.
Well, let's reveal the answer then.
Well done if you got it right. This week I was looking for Beer Riff Brewing Company, based in Swansea, South Wales. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.
Good
Cheers,
one.
Kev. Yeah, he's caught us this time. He's never caught us before, has he? We've always got. I don't think we've ever failed on that. But that was a tough one. But yeah, beer riff, and that singing common people at the karaoke. I'm gonna have to get that. I need to have that sticker. That's going up on the wall, not in the book. That's going up on the wall if I get that beer. So I'll be looking out for that one. Maybe asking my bottle shop to look into it.
I do remember that brewery on his Instagram, but I couldn't remember who it was.
That's it. There we go. So on we go then.
Cover your face.
There's two celebrities then for our game, the Masked Drinker. So each of you is going to get one celebrity. You're going to listen or look at the beers that they're drinking to guess who that celebrity is. It's up to you how you, how you sort of take the clues on, how you interpret the clues. But they're each drinking 3 beers. If you get it right after 1 clue, you get 3 points. If you get it right after 2 clues, you get 2 points. After all 3 clues, you just get the 1 point. And you've got 2 guesses in total. So use them carefully. So the Masked Drinker, who is the masked celebrity drinker? Who wants to go? Andy, you won the quiz. Do you want to go first or second?
I wonder which female artist you get this week.
Specially subject, ladies in music. Pablo, you can go first.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah, Pabs is going first then. So here we go. It's time for the Masked Drinker. And the first beer, Pablo, is this one. Beer number 1 is Mysterious Spectre Pale Ale, 5% from Hackney Brewery in London. Do you want to guess after number 1?
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. You're wrong. It's not Daniel Craig. No, it's not.
Any famous person, no?
Yeah, it's a good guess. I can see why you've done that with a Spectre and Mysterious. No. It's a bit, James Bondy. Do you want your second clue?
Yeah.
I think I know who it is before the second clue.
Oh, you have to write it. Well, you'll be honest.
I'll write it down just so.
Okay. All right then. Next clue is this one. Who do you think you are? I am. And it's a pale 4.5% from Sure Shot Brewing in Manchester. Remember, you've only got 1 guess left.
I'm going to hazard a guess. I want to be really out my depth here. I think it's something to do with Man United, but I'm really shit with my football knowledge.
I will give you a clue. The location is not usually important. I wouldn't really bank. The location's generally
never go off where it is. It's either the name or the brewery that gives it away. It's mainly the name that gives it away usually. But my guess is after that one, I don't think it is that person.
You don't think it is? Okay.
No.
This is a bit of a funny one, actually.
I've got not a clue. My knowledge of famous people is shocking. I'm like, oh, it's that dude off the thing, the way he did that thing. It's that woman from that.
Oh, that's him.
You know what, Pablo? This is a good one for you, actually. I'm quite glad you got this one.
Why is it a knobhead? Is it a Mexican?
Sorry?
Hey, amigo, you like a song?
So, do you want your last clue, or do you want to go?
Yeah, I've got Scooby-Doo.
Okay, last clue then, because you've got 1 more guess left. Your last clue is this one. Graffiti, 5% IPA from it's Firebrand Brewing Co. in Cornwall.
Oh, it's not that shit, is it? Oh, man. What's he called? The bloke I hate who ripped off Lerat. Oh man, nobody knows who he is. What's it called, man? I absolutely hate the dude. Anonymous graffiti artist dude. What's it called?
Pablo, we know.
What it's called.
We know you know it is. We know you know. Who are you thinking of at least, anyway?
Oh, what's it called? Stupid prick.
That's not his name.
Oh,
Andy, help him out. He can have the guess.
He's from
Banksy.
Bristol.
Banksy.
Correct.
Is it Banksy? He ripped off a French dude called Le Rat. I feel sorry for Le Rat because his work's exactly the same. Banksy's just an utter prick. People say that Banksy isn't one person, by the way. It's a group of people. And do you know the FBI created some AI software and to test it, they tried to discover who Banksy was. So every time Banksy did a spray paint, the AI tracked people back to a location.
Oh. Do you know who it is?
They did claim it was one person, yeah.
It's Le Rat and Neil Buchanan.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say Neil Buchanan. I thought it was Tony Hart.
Oh, he's dead, mate.
Right. Take it off. Take it off.
Yeah, one.
There we go. It's allegedly Banksy, but who knows? Who knows? What's he got in his hand there?
Yeah. How did you know that was going to be me like that?
No idea.
What
It
was
was just so on screen for the viewers. Banksy, which is obviously not Banksy, one of Banksy's artworks, has got a can of overtone in his hand. There you go.
He doesn't deserve a kind of overtone little rat. I hate him.
Well, I think we found Pablo's.
Does anybody know who Le Rat is?
Yeah, have a look at Black Le Rat on Google, and he's exactly the same as Banksy. Banksy's utterly ripped him off.
Cool.
Black Le Rat.
Bollock Rat. Okay, I'll write that down.
Right.
Butler as in kitten.
Here we go. Next one then. This is for you, Andy. So Andy's go then at the mass drinker. Who is the mass drinker for Andy? Andy, the first beer is this one. Oh, sorry, I've not put it up on screen. The first beer is this one. High Wire Pale Ale, 5.5% from Magic Rock Brewing, Huddersfield. I love a High Wire Pale, grapefruit and all that. Love it. Great beer. Any idea who it could be, Andy? What are you thinking?
Magician of some sort.
Could be.
Now, give me second beer.
Second clue. Second beer the masked drinker is drinking is Cocktails and Dreams wheat beer, 5.2% from Evil Genius Beer Co. I believe they're in Philadelphia, I want to say. I've got to put where they are, but I think they're in Philadelphia. They're quite a big brewery in America, aren't they?
Is this guy really short like yourself?
I don't know what you're on about.
Is he Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're going for a guess then?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
That's exactly what I thought it was.
Andy's saying Tom Cruise after the clues. High Wire Pale Ale, 5.5%. Cocktails and Dreams wheat beer, 5.2%. Why? Any reasons why?
Just because he's a daredevil and he was in a film called Cocktail.
Okay. Correct. Well done.
He's got a can of candy bar.
He's got a can of tenants.
Of course, Of course, he's popular because of his he's in the news topical because of his thing at the Paris Olympics. Sorry, the closing ceremony came down, didn't he, on the wire and all that kind of thing. So there he is. Yeah, Tom Cruise. The last clue, by the way, would have been Mission Inhoppable, a triple IPA, 10% from Simple Machine Brewing Co. It's a good name, that, isn't it? Mission Inhoppable.
There must be a beer called Hop Gun.
Yeah, they've got. Oh, yeah, it could have gone. There must be. Yeah, there we go. Actually, though, you've just reminded me of something.
Jerry Mabia.
You've just reminded me of something. I've got a confession to make, and Andy knows about this confession.
I'm going to play the music.
Get the music out.
We haven't had confessions for a long time. We need to bring that back.
We do.
I kind of know what the confession might be.
Yeah. I meant to mention it last week, but it's good because, Pab's your ear, so someone who doesn't know about this can hear about it.
Forgive you, Jimbo, if you have sinned.
Yeah, I have. So a couple of weeks ago...
Tell me, brother.
Dave very kindly sent us a can of Tennent's. Although Andy didn't think kindly, but anyway, I thought it was all right. It was nice. And
anybody else?
It was red hot, wasn't it? So
it went down very well.
Cold, and it was a drink. Yeah.
But maybe not appreciating the beer as I should have, and like I would with any other beer I've been sent, like Jan's today, I took a picture. With me having Tennent's, I forgot to take a picture. And I drank the beer.
Forgot.
I drank the beer in full, but then didn't have a picture. And then Andy and Dave are putting on their pictures of the Tennent's after, and I felt really bad. I looked towards my cool box, and I had still in there 2 old cans of Carlsberg, which somebody had left here at some point and had not been drank. So I decided to stage a photograph of the Tennent's.
You fraud.
For Instagram, which was actually a can of Carlsberg in the glass.
Unbelievable.
Hey, the colour looks different on your camera at the Dave and Andy's.
That is my confession, and I apologise. But
to be fair, your beer is probably better.
Hey, you know what? I really enjoyed that beer.
So Carlsberg, if you're listening, we're sorry.
If Carlsberg did Tennent's.
Probably the best Tennent's in the world. Anyway.
Oh, Jimbo.
Time for Home Bar of the Week. Okay. So they did get back to me, actually, Home Bar of the Week. And we did this. So we've just launched on the Aylin Radio website a map where you can put yourself on the map and plot your home bar, pub, shed, or just if you're a beer lover, you can put yourself on there. And it's got, I tried to count them. It's really difficult, but I think we've got well over 40 already, maybe approaching 50. We've got one in Guernsey, obviously, Glove and Hippo. We're in Europe, obviously Shed 62, McBeatty's, Sign Bar. We've got folk in the States, in America as well. Loads of people are on there. I did notice you had a bit of a glitch, and if you put down the same city as someone else, you got knocked off. So, Andy, you got knocked off briefly, but you're back on there now. Because I think Tiki Tom put himself on, and that knocked you off. But we worked out that now. We've sorted it.
I don't want to get knocked off by anybody.
But this thing's really good, and it's kind of helped us find a few people who we didn't really know about either, or we'd not kind of got on our radar. So one of those people is Jamie's Man Cave, who got in touch. Well, he kind of put himself on the map, and then I got in touch, say, have a look at your own bar and all that kind of thing. He's a podcaster as well, which I'll tell you more about very shortly. But yeah, so this is Jamie's Man Cave. So that's Jamie's _man_cave. Sorry, I didn't tell you two about this. I'd normally warn you in advance, and I forgot this time. So Jamie's _man_cave. I asked about, where all the bar stuff came from. He says he's Jamie. Jamie is the creator of Jamie's Man Cave, which is a combination of a physical garden bar at his home, but a digital space for all of his hobbies as well, usually home brewing or beer drinking. He calls it phase 1 of garden renovations, which is to include a garage, man cave, brewing area, and a podcast studio. But that's still under construction, time and money dependent. It's all DIY by himself with a little bit of help from family and friends along the way. Established in late 2022, they poured the first pint of homebrew stout in time for Christmas that year. A wet, windy experience it was. They're based in Cheshire, near the town of Crewe, and they wanted to create a useful area in the garden that they could enjoy during the summer. Landlord and head home brewer is, of course, Jamie. It's perfect in the summer, getting a good bit of sun all afternoon, and he'd like to add some pumps that will be connected to the home brew in the garage, which obviously is again under construction. They've got a little staffy cross called Gizmo, which is their pub shed pet, who loves sunbathing. And they lost their German Shepherd last year, sadly, who helped out with the DIY, basically by lining any box that they were unpacking, as dogs and cats and animals tend to do. Love lining boxes, don't they? And he wanted to give his mention to his podcast host as well, his co-podcast host, Aaron. They create the Tales from the Social Club podcast together, and he was drinking, and he was his drinking partner on that wet and windy December night when they officially opened the bar. It's a work in progress, he says, but he'd like some pumps in the bar connected to the home brew kegs in the garage, where hopefully they'll have a bit of brewing space as well, indoor and indoor side to the bar. So we've got a bit of indoor space eventually, because at the minute it's kind of all an outdoor bar, but it's covered. It thought about enclosing the sides, but it's usable all year round, and it's just sunny at the minute anyway, so you don't need to kind of cover it up at the minute and that kind of thing. So there we go. But we have got some pictures. So there we go. Generally, if you look at his account, he's kind of a lot more of a beer lover, so you'll see more of the sort of beer stuff on there. You don't the kind of pub shed, as it does with everyone's account. After you've posted so many pictures of your pub shed, it kind of gets lost within all the beer stuff, doesn't it? But you can go back and find bits of it on there. But he has sent me some pictures as well of the build process, and it is like you can see it's built onto the side of the garage, and it's a really nice kind of like covered, like what do you call it, like an awning, a wooden awning sort of thing, isn't it?
Pergola.
Yeah, pergola, pergola, or what they say, pergola, or wooden gazebo.
Off a gazebo.
Yeah, but it's not, and the bar's like a proper brick, concrete-y sort of bar, isn't it? I mean, you might have seen many of them, have we? Yeah. That's going to last a while outside, isn't it? So when he obviously turns his inside to a bar, he's going to have the best of both worlds, isn't it? This outdoor space.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think we've ever had a breeze block rendered outdoor bar.
Yeah, very unique.
We've definitely not had a pebble dashed one.
No, definitely not.
And I really hope that he isn't Finney's dug after midnight.
But yeah, it's a great place. Give it a follow. Obviously, that's Jamie's _man_cave. And yeah, I've spoke to him as well because he does these podcasts and he does this. It's the podcast is about kind of like memories of like nights out or pubs and when they've been out and they've, kind of like anecdotal type things. I've listened to one of the episodes which they kind of remixed for Mixcloud. So he's on Mixcloud as well. And I've had a chat with him and said, if you want to be a contributor to the Ailen Radio, if you're doing shows, we'll get him on Ailen Radio for you as well. You know what I mean? So, so we might be working together on things like that too. So a big shout out to Jamie's _man_cave. Give him a follow. Yeah, that's Home Bar of the Week.
That's a good one.
So, what are we both up to at the weekend?
I'm away Friday. We're going to meet the family for, we call it the annual trip to Malvern, but it's like there's a Malvern show. My mum and dad and my auntie and uncle from South Wales have been doing it for ages, but obviously now we've got a camper van, we can join in the fun. So, yeah, we're going to meet them Friday for the weekend. So that'll be good. But we got reached out by me and Dave had a message the other day, which is quite an interesting one. So you might not follow them, but the Foxtail Brewing, basically a home brewer.
Yeah, I think I might have seen this.
Got in his. You've seen him, so he brews basically in his garage or wherever he's brewing his own beer. He's in the planning phases of building a pub shed because he wants his own pub shed in the garden. So he actually asked if me and Dave at some point would maybe do a live where we do like a tour and a talk about our pubs, what we did, how we built it, that sort of stuff. And I think we're going to try and get as many people involved with it as possible. So it's not just a live like me and Dave talking nonsense for a little while, but literally like try and get people in to talk about their bars and what they did or whatever. So I think we're going to try and do something like that a bit different because he's kind of looking for ideas for his. He's buying a pre-built building, a bit like I did. So he's kind of looking for ideas of things that you thought about doing, what went wrong, what went right. I think it's a good thing because there's a lot of people that kind of might build something a bit different, or they might not think of something, or they might have thought of something that you haven't thought about. So
it's going to be a bit of like a beginner's guide to pub shedding.
Yeah, not a beginner's guide, more like a knobhead's guide to pub shedding. But
yeah,
we're just trying to come up with when we can do something at the minute. So that's the idea.
Well, we can always chop the audio off it as well and get it streamed on the station at the same time.
So we'll see.
We'll shred of the game.
Yeah. So cool.
Then the anxiety when you've got to leave your pub shed.
Oh, Pablo, you brought it with you.
Like,
you brought it with you.
Even stupid things like, even silly things like, you're going on holiday. What do you do? What happens with your pub shed while you go on holiday? Like there's things like that people don't even think about, do they? Like Jimbo left his laptop running for a week and a half while he was because he's got to keep the radio going. Like, nobody thinks of that sort of stuff, do they?
Don't. No, definitely not.
I mean, Mango's in complete lockdown when I'm not here. Like, I make sure there's nothing on the draft. I make sure that all the
fridge is off,
everything's off.
Yeah.
The only thing that doesn't go off is the fridge because it's a worker. Doesn't need to.
Yeah. Like this time of year, what's the first thing you do when you get up in the morning? Open your pub shed doors.
Exactly. This definitely for me.
Put the pub shed door opener. Yeah. The anxiety if you wake up and you think it's fine already. I better get them doors open.
So that's something in the works. So whether it'll be in the next week or maybe the next month, we don't know yet. But yeah, we'll see. Sounds
exciting, that definitely. And we'll definitely reuse that on the station if you get anything done for it. That sounds good. But yes, other than that, a quiet one. No football away this weekend, are we?
Yeah, we've got Watford, I think.
Mind the gap.
Pablo, what about yourself?
So, as of recording, it is Michelle's birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday, Michelle. For Tuesday gone, I'll make sure we get her a shout out. Or we've given her a shout out already. We'll have done that. We'll have done a birthday sing along already for her.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, it's Michelle's birthday tomorrow. So going to celebrate that, and then at the weekend, it's basically having drinks to celebrate that. We've got a couple of special beers that we picked up from the journey to Jan's, sort of along the road from Jan's. We picked up a couple of sour beers by what they call again? Mortalis.
Staggeringly good.
Yeah, was it staggeringly good, but it wasn't their beers. So I spied basically. I told you what? Sorry,
was it Mortalis?
Yeah, that's what I said. I think it's Mortalis. Yeah. So I spied a couple of little cheeky Mortalis sours in the bottom, and I said, "Ooh, they look really nice." And then I realised it was 2 of each left in the fridge, and I saw that as a sign because Abitronic and Panda were like, "Ooh, they sound really nice." So I thought, right, there's 2 of each. I'll buy 1 each for me, Michelle, 1 each for Panda and Abby. Yeah. And the last, I put them on the bar and Sagwini Gunch went, "Ooh, they're really expensive, you know." And I went, "Obviously, it's craft beer, isn't it? Like, that's just a given." And I just went, beep, my card, she went, "That's 50 quid. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, great, nice one. Yeah, they better be nice." So we gave Panda and Abitronic their drunk as a Jan's on Saturday, but we've kept ours for sort of Saturday when we make up the sort of second celebrate the Michelle's birthday. So we're gonna have a Mortalis beer, sour tasting. And for somebody who didn't previously like any craft beer until I met her, now she's on Vault City buying stuff at midnight in bed. Looking forward to drinking more Tallis beers. Constantly talking about what glassware she should have. So I think she's a bit of a
You've converted her.
Yeah, I think she's a bit of a convert. Yeah, she texted us the other day saying, "I've just had a random conversation about craft beer with somebody in the street."
See, I've got a can of I think I picked up a random Vault City can from supermarket ages ago. I think it's like a raspberry and some, you know, I'm not going to like it. But it's a thin one. It's not like a imperial smooth type thing, because I know Steph won't like that. But I'm desperate to let her try it, like one of the thinner ones, you know.
Yeah, you need a mango ripple. That's what you need.
If it's too thick and like milky, she's, you know, like really thick as in that sort of milk text, she's not going to get on with that. She won't get on with it smoothly. But if it's thin, she might get on with it. But I keep meaning to get her to try it, but you know, every time I try it, I don't fancy it. But I really want to get her on it. So although do I, because does it become expensive then? I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Any discos this weekend?
I haven't really thought that far ahead. Yeah, I might do. I've got a car, so I can't go anywhere, so I might as well.
Well, listen out. I'm sure we'll. We would have announced it in the shout out section. One. Yeah. Oh, don't rub it in. So for me, interesting one for me. I'm off on Friday night. Tonight is time of people listening to this. I'm going to the Mucky Duck UK pub shed in Penistone. Can't tick it off as another pub shed because I've already been there. Second visit. So he went away. I think he went to Cornwall or Newquay or somewhere like that down south. And he this was
and invited you back.
Yeah, exactly. And he went away.
No, Jimbo's just a bad penny who keeps turning up. It's more than anything.
Do they know you're going? He's going to be in the head.
He went away a few months ago.
You just said they're away in Cornwall or Newquay.
I said he went away a few months ago. And also, they've just celebrated, I think it's like their 3rd anniversary of the Mucky Duck or something. Something like that anyway. But anyway.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yeah. I like that today.
So they've been away a few months ago, and while he was there, he said, "Oh, I'm in this brewery, and they've got great beers, and I've told them all about the podcast and all that kind of thing, and I'm going to get him. I'll send him some to you." And I said, "Well, we're only live nearby. I said, why don't you keep them, and we could do a tasting together." So I'm going round there Friday to do a bit of a tasting. So, you know, we'll do a few recordings and what have you for the radio and all that kind of thing. So I'll be round there Friday. I'll probably be back in time for the disco because the last trains are a bit rubbish from there. So I should be back around.
Get on the train, get everybody dancing.
That's it, yeah. Well, that's it. So I should be back in time for disco, but we're going there first with a Mucky Duck. That'll be good. Friday with Robin Renee, they call him. So big shout to Robin Renee. I'll see you on Friday, and then Saturday I'm doing camping under the stars, under the fireworks. Somewhere called Beaver Castle, which is actually spelt Belvoir. Belvoir it's spelt, but it's pronounced Beaver. It's not too far from Dave, I don't think. They have a big firework competition and you can camp. And we've never done camping with Little before, so it's going to be an absolute nightmare. So I'm taking plenty of beers with me because that's the only way I'm going to sleep. So that'll be Saturday night. There we go.
Cool.
Awesome. Job done.
On the tent?
In a tent, yeah.
How big's your tent?
I borrowed my dad's. It's quite big. Apparently.
It's only a little one. They're only little people, aren't they?
That's all I need. Yeah, I'm taking one of them.
In a shoebox.
I'm taking in one of them bathtubs and just putting a little blanket in one of them bathtubs. Yeah, that's it.
Albanian families, only from Tommy.
So anyway, I hope you all have brilliant weekends. And can we have a number 1 to 6?
4.
Number 4.
Dave should be a fact of the week. Dave should be a fact of the week. Dave should be a fact is here for you.
Brought to you by Pablo Disco Bar.
Getting your bloody money's worth this week, aren't you? During the time of Egyptians, when they were building pyramids, they drank more beer than water because of the level of bacteria in the water in Egypt was so bad. It was easier and safer and more nourishing to drink beer, and they actually started getting paid in beer when they were building the pyramids as workers. Pyramids, what's the point in them?
I'd take that job now.
They can drink as much beer as they want because aliens built them. See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.